Welcome to What's Up and About. The full crew is here. Mary is here. You're welcome, Mary. And of course, Edgar is here. You're welcome, Edgar.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes.
All right, and of course, Chef Bori is here.
Bori.
We had we are preparing croquettes. Potato croquettes and atadindi ayole. Good.
Oh, wow.
So now we had done all of that earlier. So what exactly are we doing now?
So we are breading the potatoes now.
So this is in breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
One that wanted to lick it.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, well
Process
let's.
it's a very messy one though.
Let's see. Yeah. So when you put in this one, let's just see the process, and then
nice.
we get to our discussion. Let's just see you do one.
There's meeting
Okay.
next week.
And then this
Plenty
is
of
flour.
Wow.
Okay. It
Yeah.
goes into
Kids serving
flour.
this week, oh.
Kids will love doing
I
yes.
mean,
So-
this week.
Evidently, once I just see eggs and I just see potato, and it's
Really?
perfect. I mean, that's a perfect
Potatoes and
big
eggs?
fast.
Yes.
Once there's potatoes as eggs, it's healthy. It's a good
So I
breakfast.
guess we're deep frying, huh?
Yes.
So deep frying,
Ooh.
yeah.
Goodness me.
Oh, so okay, it goes. You are different
So
layers.
because I want it more very crunchy, so I had
Interesting.
to.
Nice.
Okay, so the first one, which is the base, is this, which
That's
was
like
our
mashed potato.
mashed potatoes, and then we put the minced meat,
Yeah.
and then eggs. This one in whatever order,
It's kind
it
of
is.
similar to the Scotch egg process.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
and then we also have cheese inside. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Just cheese inside the potato.
Yes.
Wow.
No. So we'll dip it inside.
Again.
All right. So that's it for what we're doing
Jamie.
here.
So now, with everything she's done here, we can agree that she is an expert at what she does because she's doing it so well.
Yes, she
But
is.
if she was in China, she would have to declare some kind of certification, right? Before she could post about what she's doing.
Yeah, true.
And that's where we are now in Asia. You know, and there's a post you put up earlier today, Mike. I thought we should touch on that.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, it's supposed to start the end of this month, and I think it's welcome.
Are you
It's
sure?
welcome. You know, we've been speaking about regulation of social media, and it's all about how is it regulated. It's an industry. Every industry is regulated. If it's not regulated, then of course, I mean, it's anarchy.
Yeah.
And they're saying that, look, I think they called out 4 different categories. There's law,
Yeah.
there's finance. I don't know if they mentioned health there.
Yeah.
But the idea is that you see someone stand up and say, oh, I'm a financial expert, and start teaching about Forex, blockchain, this, that. What are your antecedents? Now, the state is saying that we will do that for you and ensure that anybody that's going to talk about this subject actually does know something about it. And for me, that's a welcome development.
Yeah,
So
as much as I
But
love the
certifications come with grades, right? They come with levels. There's some people that will be certified, but then they got a second class lower. And there's someone that was certified that got a first class.
Yeah.
So is there going to be some kind of grading system? Are they going to declare it that, okay, this person that you're listening to on Instagram or whatever platform it is, this person got a first class and this person did not really do so well, but they are certified, Sha?
Yeah, so I think I like the idea of putting some form of certification to this. However, a couple of questions, here and there, because there is a thin line between an influencer and someone who's just sharing their opinion or who is sharing an experience.
True.
So the question is, how do they regulate that? Do you say if you are not certified, do not come and talk about it at all? And with someone like China, which is a communist society, I'm just thinking here that they are possibly now saying, do not come and speak about something if we've not approved you to speak about
To
it.
speak about
Yeah.
it, which could
which
lead
could-
to issues.
Yeah,
Very
which
true.
would lead to
Very
issues
true.
as well.
Yeah.
So I'm
Very
also
true.
thinking as well, are they going to create a body or an organization that would give their approval on social media to say, the only set of people that can speak about this are people who have qualified from this institution? Is that what they're doing now? Because again, I'm already seeing some loopholes there.
There are loopholes.
Because-
Major.
Yes, and you know
then-
why? I'm just thinking, I'm just putting this in like Nigerian perspective, yeah?
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
if, let's say there's a Nigerian body that has come together to say, before we give an influencer the permits to do whatever you have to do, we
Yeah.
have to verify that you are good and that. And for some reason, they know that this person always speaks against the body or speaks against the government. Now,
Yeah.
the body can just say, you know what, no matter what, this guy will not graduate. We
Yeah.
will not give him that certification. And that happens.
That does happen.
happens.
That
And
is,
then-
that is a strong possibility. That is a strong
You
possibility.
see that thin line you mentioned
Ah.
is
Yeah.
where I'm going to focus on.
All right, go ahead.
The reality is, there was a time when so many industries were not certified.
Yeah.
The reason for it being that they weren't as widespread. You got to a particular point in which you had to either go to school to learn certain things. Even people are learning social media management now. Something so many of us learned on our own. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So when you get to that point of certification, it's a different thing entirely. However, what I see the government doing is they are taking online back offline. In the sense that don't come online to talk about something you are not experienced about offline. Something that when people see you physically, you cannot defend your source of knowledge and stuff. Personally, and I know I've said this a few times, I don't believe so much in certifications because it's not a guarantee. That person that scored first class might not be as intelligent as the person that scored third class. It happens. So I'm not really into certifications. I'm more into what knowledge you have, the practical knowledge. Leave theory aside.
Let me just ask a question.
And see, sorry, one more thing that I've observed is in this kind of situation, the government is trying as much as possible to regulate the information that goes out, right?
Yes.
However, there will also be hoarding of information by the so-called professionals.
Exactly.
So that's why I said I'm focusing on that thin line because it's a good initiative.
But is it not okay to say that moving on social media, if you're not sure about your facts, clearly state that you're not sure, but this is what you think? Can we not start that campaign to
you
say...
see that word fact has been abused.
Exactly.
Fact means verified, true. There's no way, there's no doubt that what you're saying is actually valid. But people blow it. I'm telling you the facts. Telling you what fact. It's not a fact, or it's your thought.
So, you know, there was this time where we used to say, don't believe everything you see or hear on TV.
Yeah.
Now it has turned to don't believe what you see on social media. Now what you see on TV has been so regulated that it has sort of become fact. Especially if you see on the news. If you see it on the news, on a news station, for instance. Now, I want to go into the area of freedom of speech. Because if you say you need to regulate everyone speaking on finance, speaking on medicine, speaking on education or law, that means also speaking against some practices in these areas will now be regulated. So if there are some issues with a particular law that's supposed to be passed, right?
But I think the beautiful thing is...
I'm trying to land here before I lose my train of thought. And there's a certain set of people that say they do not agree with this law being passed. Are they going to be stopped from speaking completely, no matter the certification they have?
It's brand sabotage. It's it's sabotage against the country. People see, the thing is, governments, the moment they come to regulate anything, there's always abuse. However, the abuse is usually far lesser than the benefits. Let's be realistic. Because I don't want to come online and be told by somebody who doesn't know jack about BBL how to go about it. Do you understand?
Okay.
Meanwhile,
the
person that is the expert is telling me, but you are telling the expert, you that you don't know much, that is not how it is done. And I see it a lot. You see an expert on a subject educating people in the comment section, the so-called influencers. What do you know about this? And then when you ask them, they'll say, my cousin's sisters, brothers, and wives is the source of the information.
But again, I know this can sound like I'm being contradictory here, but I mean, we would all agree that there are some herbal doctors that will give you certain leaves that will assure you of certain treatments that even the amount of medications you take in the hospital will not fix.
You know that.
These people are not certified.
Herbal medicine,
they're not
certified.
They are certified though.
So
not all of them.
They are certified
Not all of them.
I wanted to mention that there's herbal certification.
Yes.
And generally, I wanted to, like you said, look, every other thing, if you're living in a society that is not based on anarchy as is the jungle, there's regulation everywhere. Regulation is just basically, let's ensure that people stay in line, and that is what law is all about. Law is regulation. So there has to be. So we're saying that I don't think it's upward. It's all about how it is going to be administered. That, like you mentioned, that it is bereft of abuse. Let's not. And of course, some people would abuse it. Somebody who's head of the agency, I know somebody that would happen. But we're saying that, like you said, a lot of people have been led astray. Why? Because people talking don't know anything. Look at the fitness industry, for example. People have died. People take steroids and come out and say, you can get this naturally. Look at the food industry. Look at the food industry. So, for instance, now, you have her now. We have look at she's from a culinary school.
Yeah.
Red Dish Chronicles is what we have here, culinary school. If I see her and I see Iya Basira, I'm not saying
No
Iya
offense
Basira
to
is
anyone
not
out
good.
there.
No offense
Yes,
to anybody,
please.
but I'm saying that because she has gone to a school that is certified, that I know Red Dish. I've heard about it, I've seen what they do. My point is that if she says something, there is that measure that can take to the bank that yes, somebody. So that's what we're saying.
An authority.
It's just the issue would now be with implementation.
Yes.
You know, so for you, Chef Bori, what do you think as a chef personally? Yeah, let's just start with the chef industry. Yeah, you went to a culinary school and all of that. Do you think that there are people that don't know what they are talking about foods, and then at the same time, people listen to them more, and you know, it's more or less like because they're influencers.
Yes.
Because I went to one house and stayed 90 days and came out, and then let me talk about food and all of that. You think if we have some sort of regulation that way, maybe in the culinary industry, you think it's something that would benefit us?
I think it will benefit us. Yes, if there's some sort of regulation.
Okay.
People will not just come online and just spew rubbish and just feel like because they are influencers, they can say whatever they like. I feel like they should.
So I want to jump on that term influencer before we wrap it up, because one of the #1 influencers when it comes to food and being a chef now is Chef Hilda.
Okay.
But I've never, I know she would have a certification, but that wasn't flashed on her page.
Bam.
It's not in a highlight on her page that I'm certified this. It was based on experience and what we saw her do. But do you know how many people are registering for her courses?
I think that's fine.
In the thousands. If you drive past her restaurant, in
But
Lekki,
on a lighter
Huge.
note, there's a professional
We'll see
chef
it.
Amala. But you have Basira's Amala will change your life.
I was just about to say that.
Exactly. It will change your mindset.
I'm telling you,
She's
you
an
will look at
influencer.
certification and say, this Ogunfe is.
More. In fact,
All right, that's it on What's Up and About. Let's know your thoughts on regulation of social media. It's, you know, that discussion has been coming for a very long time. Do you think it's something that would work in Africa? In a communist society like China, maybe because of the way they are, but in Nigeria, you think that can work? Let's know in the comments, all right?
scary
should
thoughts.
work.
Scary thoughts.
I hope
Let's
it
take a
works.
break, guys. We'll be back.
We need to deep mind